their concerns or issues with each of you, and try to give you an opportunity to answer some of those. First question is for Kara Hackett. Hello, Kara.
Hi.
Some of our readers are concerned about dog licenses and whether or not people are going to knock on their door and demand proof that they have a dog license and rabies shot or get fined on the spot or something.
That currently takes place. We recently just got a dog warden, and he's actively out there. He is in the neighborhoods, and if he sees evidence of a dog, he will knock on the door and demand that you show a dog license and a rabies license. If you don't have one, he is considerate enough to give you 7 or 10 days to come to the courthouse, to the treasurer's office, and get your dog license.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
And that's nothing that the treasurer has control of. That's the Department of Agriculture, dog law division.
Thank you. Thank you. Dennis Crum, you are also a pastor and you're running for treasurer. Some of the concerns that we have from our readers were, how are you going to balance the two roles and be able to do, put your full heart into doing the treasurer job?
Well, for the last 35 years, I've been doing just that. I have been a pastor for 20 years here in Tioga County. And in that 20 years that I've been a pastor, I've also worked a full-time job. Usually, that full-time job is 45 to 50 hours a week, plus the pastoral duties. In that same time, I also served on the school board, which was a great time commitment in both Wellsboro and the Southern Tioga School Districts. I've also served on the county board, building development authority in those periods of time. When there's a will, there's a way. And when, in fact, you're raised in the farm community that I was raised in, the job's not done until you're satisfied you've done your best to complete that job. This is a little bit unique than the other roles I've filled because they were unpaid jobs, to where I still had to have that full-time job. As a Tioga County treasurer, I would continue to pastor, but I would have that full devotion towards the treasurer's office and the role.
Thank you. Craig West, hello. You mentioned that you're a lifelong Republican, and you've been pretty involved with the party. The question I have is, how does being a lifelong Republican impact how you're going to actually do your job as a treasurer? Does it specifically have anything to do with the party affiliation?
No. Any county elected office should not have anything to do whether you're a Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever. You do your job as it's stated to be done, and that's how you do it. You have your job duties, and that's what you do. But your party should have nothing to do with how you do your job.
Thank you. And you are currently the auditor. You're running for treasurer. Can you name me one thing that you would change in that office from the outside that you've seen? You say, I think I really would change
in the treasurer's office? I think the only thing, honestly, I would change, there's some stuff that maybe needs updated, but other than that, I think that I would probably do cross-training a little better. There's a slight segregation of duties, so, one girl does maybe the tax collector payments and one girl doesn't, so the tax collectors are unfamiliar maybe with one of them, and I think it'd be better if they both were more familiar. But other than that, maybe a little cross-training, but both the girls in there are wonderful employees, and I would keep them exactly the way they are.
Let's see, we have Mary Seymour.
That's Marie.
Marie, thank you. You can meet me up
That's
outside
okay.
later. You were talking about, making sure that somebody's always there at the office. Do you think that some of your, things that you're going to do to improve the number of people at the office, or not the number, but the availability to the public, changing the lunch hour, et cetera, do you think that that would have the effect of increasing the budget for the office or causing more, to need to be, bigger budget?
No, we need to use time management wisely. There's 3 people currently in the office to cross-train everybody, including criminal in the CMS system. Some of us are only doing family and civil, but there's no cross-training. It's very important that we're all cross-trained to get the information out there to the public and to the other courts within the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
Thank you. Okay, and then we have Mary Kaycock.
Hi.
Is that Marie?
Like the cosmetics.
So this issue of deputies has come up, and I don't want to get into the weeds of the personnel or any that kind of stuff. but just philosophically, if there was a way for you to do deputies, have deputies, would you deputize folks, and what does it actually take to deputize someone?
I'm the only one that can deputize as the elected official. The clerks can certify just by signing their name and signing clerk. They don't have to be deputized. The other misconception is my office is not a notary office that we acknowledge stuff. A lot of the pathonetary offices in the 67 counties do not do notary work because that is not part of our job.
Very good. Sheriff Tom Young, hello.
Hi.
You are a strong advocate for law enforcement, and a lot of our readers, I will tell you, are right behind you on that. You know, the idea that the sheriff's office should have more authority. Aside from you spoke to us about we should talk to our representatives. If you're reelected, would you be more vocal and active about trying to mobilize your people in Tioga County to get behind that idea and ask them to really support you in that?
That's an interesting question, and I greatly appreciate you asking it. As I indicated, I'm an active member of the Pennsylvania Sheriff's Association, and they have asked us as a group not to make this a campaign issue. And it's very difficult not to do that because there's a demand and there's a need. I certainly would encourage everyone to use their voice and their vote, right, and influence their legislators and the courts, right, to make that change. Because I think it's an available resource that exists throughout the state that's not being tapped into or used. And it's a shame. It's a pure shame.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Mr. Watkins, chief concern of our readers that comes up with regards to you is we're talking about the volunteer program, and you're talking about how we're gonna have it. And my understanding is, and I just want to correct it, is that are there federal funds and state funds and even private funds available for some of these programs that you can apply for?
I've seen several grants that you can apply for this, not for that particular program, but grants to assist these rural counties that I'm still researching. And I think the way that I want to set it up, and my theory is some kind of a 501c nonprofit, and go out to the business owners and the community and see if we can't even develop some donations to fund it.
Thank you, and I thank you all for running, and I appreciate all of you, and I think whoever wins out of all of you, I do not believe the county will suffer